On this video, I'm going to talk about the consummation of the year 5779. We are about to commence and go into the year of 5780. What happened this year? What monumental achievement have I achieved throughout this amazing year? In this amazing year, I got rid of all the toxic people in my life. I feel that to be literally an achievement. I got to a stage in my life where I was strong enough from within to say goodbye to anybody who was using, abusing, and manipulating me. It wasn't an easy thing to do. And looking in hindsight, I don't actually blame them. I just did that for my own need of spiritual achievement, for my own need to get to a higher place. I wasn't afraid to do it, and I wasn't deterred in any way when I did it. So with that out of the way, I want to carry on talking about the amazing achievement I had this year, being able to play music on a keyboard and on a guitar. If you would have told me last year before the brand new year of 5779 that I would be playing on a keyboard and on a guitar, I would have said to you, that's a nice dream, fantasy. Not me, I can't do that kind of thing, but I did it. And then I got myself onto a spiritual journey, a spiritual ascension journey. Now, this is the main point I want to talk about today. I brought myself to a spiritual ascension journey and I kind of jumped, which is actually quite normal. I've done the research, and I've seen how people approach the concept of spirituality. They make a jump because, don't forget, I'm coming from a place where I was quite negative in my life. Not very negative. I was never a very negative person in my life. But I came from a negative place. I had to make that jump. And I made that jump roughly about mid-year of 5779. So I made that jump, and I jumped to a very high place in my spiritual ascension. It included fasting, it included intermittent fasting, it included water fasting, it included dry fasting. I'm actually about to commence, I'm already in the middle of a water fast, which is going to be for 4 days. So yeah, I'm still carrying on with that amazing means of achievement. I'm still doing this amazing thing. While some people might say, don't go into the new year fasting. You're not allowed to fast. It's against the ritual. And I say that it might be different for me, because for me, this means of fasting is a means of rejuvenation, is a means of renewal. And because I'm water fasting, not actually dry fasting, I'm not so worried that I won't be able to enjoy the festivities of the days, of the 2 days of the Jewish New Year. So I'm about to commence on an amazing 4-day water fast. Not a dry fast, a water fast. I'm middle of it already. So with that out of the way, I wanted to point out a very specific point pertaining to spirituality. It's worth noting, and that is that when you gain spiritual track, you obviously do it from a place of needing to get to a higher place, because the brain says, I've had enough. I can't find the answers. I'm holding on to a paradigm which is just not working for me. I need to really, really ascend. And the brain finds, like I've said before, your brain has ways and means of finding things through the universe, because the universe makes you find the right things which you need. And so the brain makes that leap, makes that jump, which is what I did. And then you sort of come back somewhere in the middle, and that's where you stay for the rest of your life. So I made that jump, and I'm kind of moving slightly back right now. I'm not actually attaching myself to the ideas which I took on board mostly in roughly about July, August. Whilst I see a lot of my spiritual teachers who talk about the unimaginable, just envision, just imagine that you're on this spiritual ascension journey and you're there and you got there and you're in the right place already. Thing is that I've had an amazing teacher who I found about a month ago, just over a month ago. His name is Matt Kahn. This guy, Matt Kahn, says, wait a minute. Yes, you're on a spiritual journey, but you want it to last, don't you? So because you want it to last, Don't sit around with that barometer and say, have you got the right energy today? Is it 57.8 or is it 60? Because if it's 60, you got to work on yourself and push yourself forward. And Matt Kahn he's got an amazing sense of humor, and he says, don't do that kind of thing. Allow your body, allow your subconscious mind to come along with you, come along with your brain on this spiritual ascension journey. And if you find yourself to be falling backwards, love yourself. Love yourself. It's your body's way of saying, I'll either throw a tantrum or I just can't do it. I cannot possibly get myself to the spiritual ascension journey in one shot. Allow me to get used to this paradigm. Don't push me. Don't force me. Because if you do, I'll throw a tantrum like a child does. Whilst most of my spiritual teachers don't mention this, that's okay. They don't actually have that kind of understanding, maybe. Maybe they don't have the understanding of it. Maybe they don't actually live in other people's reality. Some of my spiritual teachers don't actually understand what it means to struggle financially. That could be why they don't give people that feeling and that idea, like give them the idea to acknowledge and realize that, yes, you're going to jump spiritually, but there's still parts which you need to fix from the past. Or it could just be that that's not their task in this world, to help people bring everything along with them on the spiritual journey. They have to find people like Matt Kahn to help them get there. It's not for me to judge. I try not to judge others, and I try to take the high road whenever I could as well. That's another means of achievement which I'm really striving for, and Matt Kahn talks a lot about the idea of taking the high road. Because when you take the high road, you're not affected by others. Other people in their paradigm and if it's a low frequency, they don't affect you. I always think about, and I hate getting into this, it's politics, okay? I really don't want to get into politics, and I have really shifted my life in the last 5 months, roughly. I have no interest in politics. I remember a couple of days last week or the week before, I said, Jessica, I'm going to get back into politics because that's probably where I need to go. Because, I listened to Matt Kahn, and he said you need to get yourself to bring everything along with you. So maybe you should need to go back a little bit. I tried. I couldn't do it. I had no interest in politics. But with that out of the way, let me just point out that when Hillary Clinton was having a debate with Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton took a very interesting maneuver. She made an interesting maneuver whereby she took the high road to most of the debates. Again, I'm not getting into the political discussion about it, but I remember watching her take the high road, and whilst her opponent was trying to get underneath her skin on every level, she took the high road. And I thought that to be praiseworthy. And that's the kind of thing which I am trying to do as well. Take the high road, because when you take the high road, you're not affected by the people who are shooting arrows at you. Because you know that they're from a lower energy place, and it doesn't affect you. Is it easy to do? Obviously not. You're on a spiritual ascension journey. And like I said, you need to be realistic about your spiritual ascension journey. And so it's that kind of situation. You could and you will get there when you get to your spiritual peak. But until then, strive for it. I always say, don't expect a jump. Don't expect to get to the high place right away. That's sort of something which I did. Like I said, it's normal that happened because I needed to make a total shift. So change, if you can, whatever you could, and love yourself when you fall backward a little bit, or even a lot. Always try to love yourself as much as possible, because loving yourself is the best method in achieving the results which you want to acquire. If you fall back, if your subconscious mind and brain throws a tantrum, just love yourself. Love yourself. It's the body's and subconscious mind's way of saying, yes, I want to get to this good place, but you're moving too fast for me and I can't do it. And if you push me and you force me forward, I will throw a tantrum and you will get really embarrassed by the people around you as a result. Last week I had it a few times. My brain threw a tantrum, and I put people on pedestals and I really revered them in a bit of in a way which was counterproductive, and it affected me as a result. I'm trying to change that, but I'm also trying to not push my body and my subconscious mind to come on board in a jump, because that's sort of something which I did in in the beginning of my spiritual ascension journey, and I'm moving back a little bit. So that's my story of 5779. That's the Jewish year, the current Jewish year, and it's a secular 2019 year, which is also turning a decade in a couple of months. That's my amazing video. If you have any thoughts and comments, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section down below. And if you haven't subscribed yet, remember what's going to happen to the 100th subscriber. They're going to get that free gift, free shipping as well. If you haven't subscribed yet, press that subscribe button and the bell notification next to it so that you can see these videos ASAP, as soon as they come out. Leave a comment if you have any comments to leave. And if you enjoyed this video, press the like button. Share away this video with your friends, family, friends, and acquaintances. Like I said yesterday, I will not be putting out videos on the Jewish New Year. It's a festival, so I won't be putting out videos on Sunday and Monday. Monday night, I'll be putting out a video again. Sorry, Tuesday night. I love you so much. Wishing you high vibes, high frequency, and have a great new year. I love you tons.